Okay, wait, oh, gotta put it higher. Okay, can you see me? Can
Yeah,
you
we
hear me?
can see you.
Okay. Imagine a world without music. There would be no songs on the radio, no background music, not even a happy birthday song on your birthday. It would be hard to picture right now, isn't it? Well, music has its purpose everywhere. When my mom was pregnant with me, she would always listen to music. It would help her reduce her anxiety and help her reduce stress. According to Psych Central, music has a significant power to help with being more focused and helping with anxiety and being overwhelmed. Today, I'm going to be talking about how much music has affected us on our daily lives. Music has its ways of surprising us, and one of those things are emotions. Have you ever heard of a song that just hits you right in a special spot? Something that makes you feel sad or emotional? Something that reminds you of happy times or something that gets you hyped whenever you're trying to do like a workout or just trying to get you happy. Or even remember a certain memory of something in your life. That's the incredible power of music. Study shows that listening to music releases dopamine. It is a brain chemical that involves happiness and pleasure. This is why certain songs make us feel joy, nostalgia, and sadness. Some songs that I think of examples are sadness would possibly be a Frank Ocean song. I think a sad song would be White Ferrari. Based on that song, it's very slow, the rhythm is very paced, and just the lyrics of that song is just very sad. And a song that gives me happiness would be As It Was by Harry Styles, just because it would remind me of my graduation days and just my like history when I was in high school or middle school, just hanging out with my friends and just happy moments and happy times. Upbeat music energizes us, while sad songs help us relax and process emotions. Another way of music impacting us would be working out with music. According to the research of SoulCycle, they say that music enhances our moods and keeps you upbeat. It also gives us a better performance on whenever we are doing our workouts, either doing a workout at home, in person, or even in a class. It makes us make more effort, which gives us more motivation. That's why many athletes and fitness people rely on music to stay motivated and energized during exercising. Music is much more than entertainment. It's a powerful force that surrounds us all around. It makes us feel our emotions and enhances our brains and functions. And it also encourages us mentally and physically. It also connects us with others. For example, there's some things where you would hear a song and it automatically connects you to a certain song that would make you think of your family, your friends, or your loved one, or your partner. Whenever we are listening to it, playing a song, or just even humming a tune, take a moment to appreciate the incredible ways of music and how it affects us and surrounds us. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Okay, so who wants to go next? No one? Okay. I'll go next then. Uh, all right. According to the National Heart, Lung, and Blood Institute, 40% of adults in the United States report falling asleep during the day without wanting to at least once a month. And 1 in 3 adults report not receiving enough rest or sleep. During my middle school days, I developed a mild insomnia, which led to me feeling fatigued and slow through the day. Ignoring this issue only made it worse. My condition worsened, and in high school, I would feel anxious with even stepping outside or even thinking about going to school or any other public space. Paired with a hectic home and school lifestyle, I ended up being diagnosed with depression, anxiety, migraines, and even gastric reflux. I experienced firsthand what it's like to have sleep deprivation and be affected by it. Okay, in society today, people are forced to choose between entertainment, work, family life, and unfortunately, sleep. But before you make that choice, it's important to think about what a bad sleep schedule can do to you and how it can negatively affect you. Since according to Better Health, the main causes of sleep deprivation are lifestyle, work, environmental factors, or even sleep disorders like sleep apnea. Sorry, brain fart. I will be informing you guys of the negative impacts of sleep deprivation or sleep deficiency and what it can lead to. It can lead to impacts on one's daytime functions, various health concerns, or even a deteriorating mental health. Sleep deficiency or sleep deprivation is a term used for people who do not receive enough rest or do not receive the proper amount of rest, such as you do not sleep enough hours or you don't sleep properly. There are different phases of sleep and you do not go through all of them. It can lead to negative impacts on your daytime functions, which means that your cognitive mind can be affected since sleep aids in various cognitive functions of your brain, including memory, creativity, emotional processing, or even judgment. Ignoring the amount of sleep that you need can lead to a decline of your physical health, which can lead to problems with diabetes. It can lead to problems with kidney disease, heart disease, or even in the long term, your memory. You can have trouble learning, focusing, or even reacting, which causes a problem since 6,000 crashes a year happen because of drowsy drivers. You can also develop various health concerns, including high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and high blood sugar levels. This can impact your physical activity levels and lead to dietary problems, which in return lead to obesity, high cholesterol, hypertension, or even cardiovascular disease, morbidity, or mortality. Not only does this affect your physical health, but also your mental health. You can be more at risk to developing depression, anxiety, or even in more severe cases, you can experience psychosis. So you become delusional and you start seeing things that are not there or hearing voices that you are not actually hearing. Sorry. Teens and children can also be affected by this. So there are various studies that show that teens and children alike can experience mood swings, depression, anxiety, or even a lack of motivation due to sleep deprivation or sleep deficiency. In conclusion, sleep deprivation or sleep deficiency can affect various aspects of your life, and it can negatively impact your daytime functions, your mental health, or even your physical health. So before you choose to do something else, entertainment-wise or work-wise, as important as it may be, consider how important your sleep schedule is. Thank you. Okay,
Good one.
thank you. Who wants to go next?
I really need to learn from that one.
I do too.
I'm alright to go next, but I'm gonna check to see if you guys can still see me, even with the blur on.
Okay.
Let me just turn off the audio. You guys still good?
There's a
All right.
little glare, but it's good.
Yeah, it's just my light.
Yeah.
The bulb just got replaced, so it's pretty blinding to look at. I'm trying to block
Yeah,
it.
it's okay.
I was gonna say it's like covering your face.
Yeah, I kind of feel like I'm like standing in front of the sun. It's a little weird.
It's still good,
Oh
yeah.
no, it's
Yeah, I
very
think it's
aesthetic.
okay.
Very aesthetic.
I don't know how much being blinded is aesthetic. I found it pretty annoying.
Very much so.
Right. Artificial intelligence, or the shorter term AI, has very aggressively been marketed lately, especially through recent developments and how it's improved in recent years. Now, this has had many effects on different industries, for good or bad. I wanted to go into a more creative industry, so my job market was pretty quickly put into risk because of it. But while researching the topic, I found a lot of other job markets that are also affected. And I don't think it's being talked about enough. So I wanted to write a speech about that. To preface, there is not a lot we're being told on the development of AI, or at least not being told upfrontly. To look at even the title of a recent CNN interview, we have reached a turning point with AI. It sounds vague, like it's drumming up this grand technological advancement, but it doesn't actually let us know anything in terms of what AI is or what it has entailed. It's not all negative, though. It's not time to go running to the hills. There are many jobs that do benefit from the higher technology and smarter computers, which is what AI is best at functioning at. The two particular industries that are benefiting from AI the most are actually agriculture, with the benefits of higher technology, but I'm going to focus on the healthcare industry. Now, according to the Forbes article, which jobs will AI replace? These four industries will be heavily impacted. Psychiatrists spend 20.3% of their day on paperwork. This is important paperwork. It's your entire medical records, history, what's going on in your family. This is important things for a psychiatrist or a doctor to know about you. But 20% of an already overworked person's day can be pretty terrible for either scheduling or just physical health and burnout. Having a smarter and more manageable computer that's easier to navigate this information is very helpful towards this industry. Meanwhile, on the other side, you have jobs like media consultants, marketing firms, or specifically factory workers, where it's completely depending on how you look at it. It's positive if you're looking at it through a consumer, but negative if you look at it through the eyes of the worker. Citing the same article I used earlier, AI is expected to replace as many as 2 million manufacturing workers by 2025. That's 2 million people without a proper job. This is a far more extreme example to the negatives than the positives, but it is simply the reality of the situation. And regardless of how scary it may sound, there are several ways that AI can be cut back on. It's technology, it's going to be improved upon and used no matter what we do. But setting legal boundaries can be very effective and is a huge glaring issue with the product in general. As I was doing research, I found out that IPs and copyrighted material often stumble into AI and the data that it's being trained on. IPs are typically designed to promote imagination and creativity and not to safeguard personal data, but it's still a copyright issue to use IPs. Think Mickey Mouse. If you put Mickey Mouse in a computer and then make a bunch of stuff with it, that's a copyright infringement. The issue is that it's not legally having anything done on it. And as my final statement, AI is not inherently new. It's not a grand, revolutionary, shiny new thing that's going to trample all of us, but it does have bigger effects on certain industries that you could work in, or it can be a great bonus and help you in future jobs. And that's all I had to say.
Right. Thank you, Emerson.
I just realized I probably talked really fast in that. I'm sorry.
You're okay.
I think that was a good pace.
You're good.
I panicked. I never want to say AI again. That's too much AI. It's a lot.
All right, who wants to go next? Sorry, I'm like trying to extend the time, but you guys keep going. Sarina, you want to go?
Yeah, I just feel like I don't have it memorized enough, and I'm trying to quickly.
Try your best.
Does anybody else want to go first?
I can go if you guys don't mind.
Go for it.
I'm trying to join on my computer. I don't know if I need like approval to get in.
I think you do.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
No problem.
I think we have time for one more, and then we have to do like another meeting, like another Zoom link, because this says there's only
Yeah.
like 7 minutes left.
Yeah, I'm trying to upgrade so we don't have to stop it. But you guys can keep going in the meantime.
Do you guys still want me to go right now?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. And then the recording, it's going to be recorded through you guys, right? Like, do I have to do anything on my end?
Well, we've been recording it since the beginning, so
Okay.
well, I have. I don't know if anyone else did.
I was worried the noise would interrupt someone.
I mean, I'll just hit. Okay.
Approve.
You guys ready?
Yes.
Okay. According to the U.S. Bureau of Statistics in the United States, civilian workers spend 55% of their workday standing, while occupations such as waitresses and waiters spend upwards of 95% of their shift standing. And then some of the background info that got me into talking about shoes and footwear. When my mom came to me personally and she said she had a lot of pain in her feet, mainly in like that plantar region. And I started doing extensive research trying to help her out. And then also I do a lot of running myself, so it's something I'm very passionate about. And then another thing, over 90% of the world's population does overpronate. And overpronation is essentially, I do have a visual aid. We're just going to use a shoe to emulate like a foot. But overpronation is essentially when you are walking and all the weight is shifted to the inside of your foot. So when you're walking straight, it kind of goes over it, causing a lot of pain on the underside of your foot. Yeah, and then today I'm going to talk about the 3 different types of a gait, which is how you walk. I'm also going to talk about the pros and cons of some of the footwear and some insoles and other things to help that. And then also some of the main concerns regarding having an overpronation. So the different types of gait you have, we do have like the neutral, which is if you want a run or walk in a straight line. Then we have overpronation where you wear out the inside of your shoe, and then supination where you wear out the outside of your shoe. So those are the three different types of gait. And then we're going to talk mainly about the overpronation, which is the one that most people suffer from. And according to Medical News Today, pronation is caused by having really flat arches. So essentially just having a flatter foot when you're supposed to have natural arches that kind of go up in there. And then a couple of reasons why that is so bad. A main one that I talked about was the plantar fasciitis, which I will talk about a little bit later. But there's also things like if you overpronate, you can have a lot of knee pain, a lot of hip pain, a lot of back pain, just from not walking in a neutral stance. But plantar fasciitis, that's the main one. So that's kind of when you overpronate and you wear out this inside of the foot, but it puts a lot of strain all along your plantar region, which is it's essentially like a really long band that goes from the back of your heel all the way up to the toes. And mainly the area you get the pain in is like on the underside of your foot. And that's caused by just having that stress and not enough support from your arches. Perfect. And then a couple of ways that we can benefit from things like insoles or shoes to help with that overpronation. A main thing is shoes. So a lot of shoes actually have something called, it's called a stability shoe. And essentially what they do is put a hard piece of foam on the inside of the shoe that helps correct your arches. So it'll kind of push your foot back up. So when you're walking and it wants to go over itself, it'll correct it by going straight up and in a neutral stance. And that can help. It's helped hundreds of people with that overpronation or even with that plantar fasciitis. And it can even cure things like your back pain, like hip pain, like knee pain, and things like that. Another big thing is insoles. They essentially work the same way. Insoles will just be a lot less profile than a shoe. It's essentially just visual aid. Essentially, it's just a line like that. And what it does is it has another hard piece of foam on the inside if you do overpronate, so that when you walk and your foot wants to go over itself, it just helps correct it go the other way. And that can be super beneficial for that overpronation. Yeah, so in conclusion, I mean, we spend pretty much every day standing, even outside of work. We spend numerous amounts of hours, whether it's running, working out, running errands, anything like that. And not having the proper shoes or knowledge about overpronation can really have a bad impact on your overall health.
I like that one.
That was nice.
Thank you, guys.
I like how you used the prop. That was awesome.
I tried. Yeah.
You feel ready now, Serena?
Yes. You said it's supposed to be all the way to your feet. I don't think I can even do that.
Yeah, I don't think either of us were able to do all the way to the feet.
I fail to see how that would be helpful.
He wanted to see our whole body for body language. That's what I got from it.
Eh,
Yeah, my legs don't move when I talk, so I don't know what he wanted.
Okay, you ready?
mhm.
Today, I would like to inform you about a very tragic issue that many parents unfortunately face each year. Imagine you wake up one morning and find that your perfectly healthy child had suddenly and inexplicably passed away during the night. Just yesterday, just hours prior, everything seemed normal and there were no signs or symptoms. According to clevelandclinic.org, this is the heartbreaking reality for around 2,500 parents each year due to sudden infant death syndrome, also known as SIDS. As a mother myself, I have spent a countless amount of hours researching ways to keep my children safe, and understanding SIDS has been a very big part of this journey. I would like to share this information with you so you can also know how to keep infants in your care safe. Whether you're a parent, an aunt, an uncle, or anyone who spends any amount of time with an infant, knowing these things about SIDS will help you to make sure that infants around you have a safe sleep environment. Today, I will be informing you about SIDS and what it is, the risk factors associated with it, and what you can do to prevent it. So, two of the main risk factors are sleep positions and sleep environment. When it comes to sleep positions, that is the number one reason that infants end up passing away from SIDS in their sleep. Oh, sorry. Oh, I keep forgetting what I'm going to say. Can anybody else go real quick?
It's okay. We're
Yeah, you can take your time.
I feel like I need to look into this more. I mean, like, practice more.
okay. David?
I'll go. Not right now. I'll go next though.
Okay.
I'm still finishing my note card.
All right. Serena, we can wait for you. Don't worry. Take your time.
I'm gonna probably do it in a different group because I want to wait until I
Okay.
memorize more.
Yeah, I'm also gonna do it on the Sunday group because I got my speech together and all the cards, but I want more practice and actually have to go right now, so that's unfortunate. But good speeches, everybody.
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
David, you want to go right now or do you want to do it in another group?
I'll go right now, but if you can give me like 5 minutes, like really 5 minutes. I don't know if that's okay with y'all. If that's not okay, then I'll go with another group.
Are you guys good with that?
I'm good with that.
Yeah, I'm all right with it.
I think there's
Sorry,
gonna be a lot of people that show up on that Sunday group.
yeah.
See you, Dave.
All right.
All right. Bye-bye.
Come on.
Everybody stay safe. Good night.
Good night.
So for the recording, do you think like we can like stop it for now and then like continue when he goes?
Yeah, I'm about to go right now. Fuck it.
It was because I was just wondering how long I took for my
I think
my
I can
speech.
pause. I'm not sure, but I'm scared I won't be able to press play again.
Yeah.
So I'll just leave it playing.
I got more dressed up than any of y'all. I'm over here feeling overdressed.
All good. That extra
Hello?
credit go crazy.
Something, yeah. Y'all can see me?
Yep.
Yeah.
My topic is going to be the stock market and specifically the S&P 500 and how it's a reliable stock for us to invest into. Everyone's heard of the stock market and how like it could be beneficial and prosperous if you invest right, or how it could go down a bad path if you make bad investments. But today I'm here to talk about how the S&P 500 and how it's very reliable way to invest your money. I'm a business major, so this past 2 years I've been educating myself in not only economy but stock markets in and out of school. So that's why I very much was interested in this topic. I've never heard like anybody complain about having too much money or like that's never been a problem for anybody that I've heard. And the S&P grows on average of a 10% per year, according to Forbes. And that year by year is a safe investment in the long run for everybody to be able to grow their wealth and grow their portfolio, and it's diverse. So there's three main points I want to talk about: the diversification benefits, what the S&P is, and why it's reliable. So first, I'll talk about the S&P 500. It's an index fund of the top 500 US-based companies in every sector. So it can be technology, it can be whatever sector. It's just the top 500 companies that have over $10 billion in total shares. So according to the Motley Fool, since 1957, it has had that growth of 10% on average. Not every year, but on average, it has grown 10%. So some years it may decline, some years it may spike more than 10%, but it is reliable. Hold on, y'all. I gotta restart. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, y'all. I gotta restart a second. Hold on. I
You're
forgot
okay.
my point. My fault, y'all.
You're good.
Okay. I'm gonna restart now. My fault, y'all.
You're okay.
All right, y'all. There we go. All right, so today I'm gonna be covering the stock market and a very reliable index fund in the S&P 500. Today I'm gonna be telling you guys what the S&P 500 is and why it is important to all of us. Is that, well, we've all heard about how the stock market can lead to prosperity and wealth if you invest right and into good companies, or if you invest badly, it can lead to, being poor and not being depressed and out of money and everything. So, what I want to tell you guys about the S&P 500. Oh my God, I'm messing up, y'all. Fuck. Sorry. I'm about to restart again. I'm about to get an F on this. everyone has heard of the stock market and how it can lead to prosperity and growth within your portfolio and your wealth and overall change your life if you invest right, or how it can change your life negatively if you invest badly. I'm a business major. The past 2 years, I've been studying stocks and the economy inside and outside of school because it's something that very much interests me and will be in my career path in the later future. I've never heard of anybody complaining about having too much money or just being content with life. We always want more, and the stock market is a good way for us to grow our wealth overall for us and our family. Today, I'm going to tell you all about the S&P 500, from what it is to the diversification benefits of it and why it's a reliable stock. First, what is the S&P 500? It is an index fund that is the top 500 US based companies that have over 10 billion shares or $10 billion worth of shares within the market. So it consists of all sectors of the market, from technology to cars to healthcare, all as long as it's in the top 500, it is in there. It's also used as a benchmark to determine like how our economy is doing overall and how the stock market in the United States is doing overall. Secondly, we can talk about the diversification benefits. The diversification benefits, like I stated earlier, is the different sectors that are involved in it, and the Motley Fool states, you know what, y'all, I'm just going on Sunday. I'm sorry. I'm fucking up. I'm so sorry making y'all wait.
You're okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna go on Sunday.
You're all good.
Yeah, you're good, bro.
Okay.
Fuck, I'm over here. I got performance anxiety like a mug, so I'm over here stressing. But it's alright. I appreciate y'all time. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
You're fine.
You did your best.
Nah, I could do better than that. I just got off work, so I'm all like nervous and shit. I don't know. But yeah, I guess I gotta go on Sunday.
Okay. It's okay. Don't feel pressure.
Everybody else already went?
Yeah.
Alright. Well, it was good to see y'all. I appreciate y'all
No
watching
problem.
me fuck up.
You're
You're
good.
Alright, y'all, I'm out.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
All right. I think I can pause